Hello and welcome back to another Yellow Case tutorial. In a previous video I showed you how to format your hard drive using disk utility in Mac OS X, and I'm going to show you now how to format your hard drive into multiple partitions, and we're going to do that using disk utility once again. We're going to find disk utility really quick by going to Spotlight in the top right corner of your screen and simply typing disk utility. And as you start typing it, you'll notice I haven't even finished and it already found it. So my top hit here, disk utility, I select it. In the left white column, I have a list of all my hard drives and optical drives. And I want you to select the drive you want to partition. You'll notice that I selected the main drive, not the indented one. The indented one below it, called external hard drive, is my single partition in that drive. Now, in the same way that you formatted or that we formatted the drive in the previous video, it wipes out everything on this drive, so make sure you have it backed up if it's important data. Now, I'm going to select the main drive once again, not the partition, and select partition from these tabs up above. And under volume scheme, I can select how many partitions I want. Now, of course, 15, 10, 12. I mean, it's just a lot of partitions. Usually 2, 3 is enough. It depends what you're doing, of course. I'm going to select 2 partitions here, and you'll notice that it splits them evenly. So I have Untitled 1 and I have Untitled 2. Now, if I select one, a little blue line appears around it. Select the second one, same thing happens. I can adjust the partition by clicking and dragging on that middle. There's a little dot, I don't know if you can see it there, but there is a gray line that you can, when you hover over it and click, your icon changes to this double arrow with a line in it. So you can decide how many gigabytes you want, how much space you want for each partition, and of course one subtracts from the other. A good reason to do this would be possibly to install a separate operating system onto one part of the partition or one part of the hard drive, and to the second partition to place all your data. And the advantage of that would be that if something were to happen to your operating system, you could erase that partition without affecting the data on the second partition. So I assume if you're looking this video up, it's because you already know why you want to partition your drive. Now, if I select 3, of course, same thing happens. I can adjust the different size of each partition. I can also select one of these and decide I want this one to be exactly 12, and I hit enter and it adjusts it to 12 gigabytes exactly. You can select each one and decide how to name it. I'll call that OS for my operating system. I'll call this for spare space and this one for files, for example. Now when I connect this to my hard drive, and you'll notice this after we format it, I will have 3 different drives appear on my desktop in the place of this one that we have now. Alright, so all I need to do is select the formatting type, select Apply Now. It'll ask me if I want to partition it and warn me that it's going to delete all the information and that the partition external HD will be erased and that these 3 partitions, OS, spare, and files, will be added. So I'll say yeah, sure. I don't really care about anything that's on this drive. I want you to notice here in the left column where there used to be only 1 partition, you will now see 3 indented partitions on this drive. As soon as that progress bar finishes, we'll see it. And there we go. So here it is. Under that drive, now we have 3 partitions, OS, spare, and files. And on the desktop, where we used to have just 1 drive, now we have 3. Now keep in mind, this obviously has not multiplied your hard drive. I mean, it's sitting on your desktop, on your desk, and you see only 1 hard drive. But as far as the computer is concerned, they behave like 3 separate hard drives. All right, so that's how to partition your hard drive using disk utility. Check out yellowcase.com for more videos and More tips and tricks.